please welcome your host, Anthony Davis. Welcome to Stakeout, TV's ruthless and compelling quiz show, where each player brings £250 into the studio with which to play the game. Why so ruthless? The players have to pick on each other to survive. They have to take risks to win. Losers are unceremoniously eliminated, but winners can keep on winning and turn their starting stake of £250 into thousands of pounds. 4 players, all confident they've got brawn as well as brains. Let's meet them and their supporters who have brought £250 into the studio. Very nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name's Keith.
Keith, good to see you. £250 in cash. Let me take that straight away. You've got 4 supporters with you. Tell me about these people, please.
This is David, the licensee of my local pub.
Oh.
This is my wife, Sarah. Lizzie, my sister-in-law. And this is Dennis, one of David's customers.
Well, lovely. One of the customers.
Only one of them.
OK, who's looking after the place at the moment?
The wife.
The wife, OK. Well, enjoy playing the game. I'll take your money now. OK, very good to see you. What's your name?
Gary.
Hi there, Gary. Let me take the money from you straight away. £250. Where have you come from today?
I've come from Sheffield.
From Sheffield, lovely. You got 2 people with you. Who are they?
Yeah, this is Jeff and this is Mick. They both work colleagues of mine. We work for the police in South Yorkshire.
For the police in South Yorkshire. OK, well, I'll be on my best behaviour. Enjoy playing the game. Very good to meet you. What's your name, please?
My name's Mark.
Hi there, Mark. £250 straight away. Where have you come from?
Southend-on-Sea.
Southend-on-Sea. Very nice. And you have 3 supporters with you. Who are these people?
This is Wayne, he's my oldest friend, and Lisa and John, who work with me in Rochford.
What do you do in Rochford there?
I'm a chef.
You're a chef. Lovely. OK, well, enjoy playing Stakeout. Very good to see you. What's your name, please?
My name's Andrew.
Hi there, Andrew. Let me take the money from you straight away. I do love doing that bit. And you've got 2 people with you. Who are they supporting you?
Yeah. This is my wife, Ova, and this is Lee, my golf buddy.
A golf buddy? OK, well, that's good. I thought you said golf caddy for a second then. I was going to say, not quite sure about that. OK, well, I've taken £1,000 now from our 4 contestants. Let's play Stakeout. Let's find out what the supporters had to say about their players.
I think Keith does enjoy taking risks, especially on something like this. He'll be keen. He's got that competitive edge in him, and I think he'll want to win today.
If Gary loses, I think he'll take it very well, but we'll take it very poorly.
One of Gary's weaknesses is that he sometimes gets a little bit overconfident. I hope he takes his time and does a little bit better today.
As far as quiz is concerned, Max, he's pretty good. I think he's sort of been practising on the staff, really. Been practising on you, actually, John?
Yeah, he has, yeah.
So I think it's just sort of like it's sort of question and answer time if you're working with Mark at the moment. So he's pretty good, I think. Yeah.
I think Andrew is a winner. He's achieved a lot of things in life, and I think coming on this quiz will be another string to his bow, I think. Andrew's weaknesses, I would say, he may sort of throw caution to the wind at some stage if he gets too confident, and that could be a bit dangerous in a game like this.
Fascinating stuff. Now, each player has come to the studio with £250. We're going to match that with another £250, giving them a starting stake of £500. So, let's play Stakeout. The aim of the game, as always, is to bankrupt the other players, win their cash and stay in the game as a champion. Plenty of chances for you to win and lose your cash. We start with All In. I'm going to ask you a question with 3 possible answers. A stake of £75 is taken from each of you, which means there's £300 up for grabs on every question. Whoever answers correctly splits the pot. Here comes your first question. Originally a place of butchers' stalls, the Shambles is an ancient street in which English city? A. Bath, B. Chester, or C. York? Select your answer now, please. OK, well, the answer we were looking for is C, York. I can see that 2 of you get that right. OK, here comes question 2. What was the title of the Wombles' 1974 hit? A, Minuetto Allegretto, B, A Lover's Concerto, or C, Recycled Symphony? Select your answer now, please. The answer we were looking for was A. I can see you all get that right, so you all get your stake back. Here comes your third question. Which poet was described as mad, bad and dangerous to know by Caroline Lamb? A. Wordsworth, B. Browning or C. Byron? Select your answer now. The answer we were looking for is C. Byron, and I can see that you all get that right. Here comes the fourth and final question. Which British monarch's coronation was postponed because he needed to have his appendix removed? A. King George IV, B. King Edward VII, or C. King George V? Select your answer now. The answer we're looking for is B, and nobody gets that right that time, which means it's a buzzer question. So stand by on your buzzers, here it comes. Hercules was the horse of which TV rag and bone man? Andrew?
Steptoe and Son.
Steptoe and Son is correct. Well done. Getting £300 there. OK, well, let's see who's got what in the money stakes at the moment. Mark, you're holding £350. Now, remember, you came to the programme with 500 quid. You managed to have thrown £150 away. Let's see how you do. Keith, you've got £500 there, and Gary holding £500, so you haven't moved at all. But Andrew in the lead with £650. That's how the cash totals stand. Now we give them a chance to take money from the bank as we play Cashing In. Each player gets one chance to cash in. We ask them a question, but do not give them the 3 possible answers. Before I tell them those answers, they've got to decide how much of their money to stake on getting it right. Get it right, they double their stake. Get it wrong, and the other players get a chance to win that stake from them. Now, Andrew, as you have the most money, you get a chance to go first. Here's your question. In cricket, what name is given to the fielding position on the offside between slips and point? That's your question, Andrew. How much of your £650 are you prepared to stake on getting it right?
300.
£300. You're not a cricket man?
Not too much, no.
Not too much. OK, here are the 3 possible answers. A, extra cover, B, silly mid-off, or C, gully. Select your answer now, please, Andrew. You've selected C. I can tell you that is the correct answer. Very well done. Keith, it's time for your cashing in question. Here comes that question. What name is given to the alternative Oscars awarded annually to the worst films and performances of the year? That's the question. You're holding £500 right now, which, of course, was your original stake there. So how much are you prepared to stake on getting this right to make some more money, Keith?
100.
£100. Here are the 3 possible answers. A, the golden bombs. B, the golden raspberries. Or C, the golden goose. Select your answer now. The correct answer is B, golden raspberries. You get that right. Well done. £200 to you. OK, Gary, again, you're holding £500. Here comes your cashing in question. What is a tsunami? That's the question. How much are you going to stake on getting it right, please, Gary?
500.
£500. You're pretty sure. Your face didn't wince, but you're pretty sure. Your mind obviously knows. Here are the 3 possible answers. A, an ocean wave. B, a sandstorm. Or C, a fierce wind. Select your answer now. Well, you've selected A. A is the correct answer. Very well done. You've pushed your £500 up to £1,000. Mark, you're on £350. Try and get yourself back up if you can. Here's your cashing in question. What's the name of the Parliament buildings in Belfast that house the Northern Ireland Assembly? That's the question. How much to stake on getting it right?
£200.
£200. Here are the 3 possible answers. A, Hillsborough Castle. B, Waterfront Hall. Or C, Stormont. Select your answer now, please. You've selected C. C is correct. Well done. That takes you up now. Well, let's see what the cash pots stand at right now. Mark, you've got £550, so you have betted that slightly. Keith, £600 right now. Andrew, £950, but just ahead of you with £1,000 is Gary. Well, that's how these 4 players stand right now. We'll be back in a couple of moments with some more Stakeout. Welcome back to Stakeout, the game where the players battle to steal each other's money. We'll just see how that money stands between the players at the moment. Mark, you're holding £550 there. Keith, £600. Andrew, you're ahead with £950, but out in front is Gary with £1,000. We've got 4 players left in the game. That's 2 too many. We'll play face-off. This is where Stakeout becomes personal, as it's time for our players to pick on each other. I'm going to ask each of them in turn to select a player to play against, a question category to play with, and a stake to play for. We'll play face-off until only 2 players remain. Now, Gary, as you're in the lead, you get to go first. Pick a player, pick a category, and pick a stake, please. The most you can play for is everything your opponent has, as long as you can match it. So who's it going to be?
Mark.
You're playing against Mark. OK, now a category from the following. You have movies, pop, history, science and nature, or food. What's it going to be?
Pop.
Pop. And now an amount to play for. Now, right now, Mark's holding £550. He doesn't have the most money, does he? But how much of that are you prepared to play?
£400.
400 of Mark's 550. OK, well, it's a face-off between Gary and Mark. Here comes the question. Which California band's Pet Sounds album included Gary?
The Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys is correct. Well done. You've just taken £400 from Mark. OK, Andrew, it's time for yours now. Who are you going to play against?
It's going to have to be Mark.
It's going to have to be Mark. Everyone seems to be picking on Mark today. What's this? Have a go at Mark Day or something? Well, he does only have £150. Now, a category, please, from the following. Movies, history, science and nature, or food are available to you. What's it going to be, Andrew?
Movies.
Sorry?
Movies.
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 Movies is what you've chosen, OK. And now an amount to play for. Mark's holding £150 at the moment.
150.
150, straight in there with that. OK, it's a face-off between Andrew and Mark for £150. Here comes the question. Which actor can communicate with a circus bear called Archie in Dr. Dolittle 2? Andrew.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy as Dr. Dolittle. Well done. You've just taken all of Mark's money, which means, Mark, you've been bankrupted. It's time for you to leave Stakeout.
I feel a little disappointed, but not greatly. I wasn't really expecting to win. My general knowledge is kind of average. Although I actually knew most of the questions. I just wasn't fast enough on the buzzer. That's what I've got to practice on for next time.
Keith, it's time for your face-off question right now. Firstly, you have to choose a player to play against. You've got Andrew and Gary. Who's it going to be?
I'll go for Andrew, please.
Playing against Andrew. Now, a category from you, please, Keith. From the following: history, science and nature, or food. What's it going to be?
Science and nature.
Science and nature. And now an amount to play for. Andrew's holding £1,100 at the moment. How much of his money would you like to take if you get this right?
300, please.
£300. OK, well, it's a face-off between Keith and Andrew for £300. Here comes the question. In parapsychology, what do the letters ESP stand for? Keith.
Extrasensory perception.
Is correct. Well done. You've taken £300 from Andrew. OK, Gary, it's time for your face-off question. And as you've all played a face-off at this stage, we have to refresh the category board. So, Gary, who are you going to play against, please?
Andrew.
Playing against Andrew. Now, a category from the following: TV, sport, literature, politics, or geography.
Sport, please.
Sport. And now, how much are you prepared to play for? Andrew's holding £800 at the moment.
£300.
300 of Andrew's £800. OK, well, it's a face-off between Gary and Andrew for £300. Fingers on the buzzers, both of you. Here comes the question. Written by Richard Guest, Red Marauder won which major? Gary.
The Grand National.
The Grand National is correct. Well done. You've just taken £300 from Andrew. OK, it's time for Andrew's face-off question. Now, Andrew, you only have £500 at the moment. You are at the bottom. You do need to make some more money right now. So, who are you going to play against?
Keith.
Playing against Keith. Now, a category, please, Andrew, from the following: TV, literature, politics, or geography. What's it going to be?
TV.
TV. And now an amount that you're prepared to play for. Keith's holding £900, but of course you only have 500 there. So how much?
400.
£400. OK, well, it's a face-off between Andrew and Keith. Stand by on your buzzers. Here comes the question. Which former Beatle narrated the stories? Keith.
Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr is correct. You've just taken £400 from Andrew. It's time now for Keith, your face-off question. A player to play against.
I think it's got to be Andrew.
I think it's got to be Andrew. He's only holding £100 there. I think we can work out your tactics here. Now, a category from the following. You only have literature, politics or geography to choose from.
Geography, please.
Geography, OK. And let me take a guess at how much of Andrew's money you're prepared to play for here. It's not a whole lot, is it?
Could I go for £100, please?
£100, and why not indeed, OK? Well, it's a very exciting face-off now between Keith and Andrew. For Andrew's £100, here comes the question. Which French pilgrimage town is associated, Keith?
Lourdes.
Lourdes is correct. Well done. You've taken £100 from Andrew, which means, Andrew, you're down to nothing. You have no money left. It's time for you to leave the game.
I'm normally very good on cricket questions. I probably hadn't read the game properly in the beginning. I forgot that I had 3 options and was thinking that I was going to have to come up with the option myself. Otherwise, I'd have bet far more money on the first question.
Let's have a look at how those money totals stand at the moment. Keith, you're holding £1,400, but Gary, you're just ahead with £1,700. We're down to 2 players, so let's play All or Nothing. As the name suggests, one of you will leave with nothing. The other will take the lot. All or Nothing is an on-the-buzzer head-to-head. The stakes start at £100 and rise rapidly. Get it right and you win the stake from your opponent. When you can no longer match a stake, you'll play for what you have left. Sudden death or double your stake. Gary, you've got £1,700. Keith, you've got £1,400. So there's £3,100 to play for. Good luck to you both. Now, do remember, Steve, our previous champion, made over £11,000 in 5 games. So it's a big money time here. Let's see how we do. Here comes the first question. Which Hollywood actress played Mariette in TV's Darling Buds of May? Gary.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, well done for £100. The next question's worth £200. After 26 years in prison, which African... Keith.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela is correct for £200. Sarah Macaulay married which British... Keith.
Gordon Brown.
Gordon Brown is correct. Well done for £300. Cape Canaveral is a NASA rocket launch. Gary.
Florida.
Florida is correct for £400. Father's Day is celebrated in the UK on the 3rd Sunday. Gary.
June.
June is correct. Well done for £500. The next question is worth £750. Who served as chaplain to Robin Hood and his merry men? Gary.
Friar Tuck.
Friar Tuck is correct for £750. Now, the next question is worth £150, as that's all Keith has right now, so this could be sudden death for you, Keith. Listen very carefully to the question. Which popular alcoholic spirit is distilled from malted grain and Gary.
Whiskey.
It's not whiskey, no. Keith, you can buzz in. I'll give you the question again. Which popular alcoholic spirit is distilled from malted grain and flavoured with juniper berries?
Gin.
Keith? Gin, it is gin. Well done. You're back in the game with £300, which means the next question is worth £300 again. Here we go. Which princess is the elder daughter of Prince Andrew, the Duke of... Keith?
Beatrice.
Beatrice is correct. Well done. You've just doubled that up to £600 now. Stand by. The next one is, of course, worth £600, as that's all Keith has. Which sign of the zodiac is represented by a goat? Gary.
Sagittarius.
It's not Sagittarius. Keith, you can buzz in. Yes?
Capricorn.
Capricorn, well done. You're up to £1,200 now. This is getting close. The next question is, of course, worth £1,200. Here it comes. A cedar tree is represented at the centre. Gary.
Lebanon.
Lebanon is correct. You've just taken £1,200 from Keith. He has no money left. Keith, you've been bankrupted. It's time for you to leave Stakeout.
I think perhaps to a certain extent nerves got to me just a little bit on the buzzer rounds, but who knows. I'm glad it's over in a way. Obviously I'd like to still be out there, but I enjoyed myself and it was good fun.
The tactics I tended to use was, I suppose, try and pick out the weakest players and eliminate them first, and try and, take on what was the best player who was left, and that's generally how it worked out.
Congratulations to Gary, our new Stakeout champion. You came to this game with £250, which you've played into £3,100. You can now bank £2,850, leaving you with £250 to bring back to Stakeout to play another game. Will you play again?
Yes, please.
You will, you certainly will. Now, you will remember that Steve, our previous champion, took home £11,600. So let's keep our fingers crossed for you. Well, we still have time left on today's programme, so let's meet Gary's 3 new challengers. Welcome to the show. What's your name?
I'm Nick.
Hi there, Nick. Let me take the money from you, please. £250 in cash to play the game. Now, you've brought... Well, you haven't brought anybody with you, it seems. Where are your supporters today?
Well, hopefully they're still on their way. Let me down a bit.
Did they?
Yes.
What was the excuse they gave you?
Traffic problems.
Yeah, I've used that one a couple of times. OK,
Yes.
well, enjoy playing the show. We'll see you a bit later. OK, Gary, well, I think we've met before, haven't we? But I'll shake your hand anyway, purely out of politeness. Let me take the money from you, £250 in cash. Now, do remember that the most we've given away so far is £11,600. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you, OK?
OK, thank you.
Enjoy the show. Nice to see you. What's your name, please?
My name's Jane.
Hi there, Jane. Do you want to let go? I'll go first. There we go. Now, £250 in cash. Let me take that from you. Thank you very much. Now, you have a supporter with you. Who's this?
This is my friend Soph. Rock on, Soph. Rock on, Jane.
Rock on, Anthony.
Rock on.
I feel slightly out of place, but that's OK. I take it that was rehearsed, or do you do that every time?
No, we always do it.
Every time?
It's a greeting, isn't it?
Rock on, Jane.
Rock on, mate.
Rock on, Anthony. OK, well, enjoy the show. See you in a bit. And finally, but by no means least, what's your name?
My name's Joel.
Joel, very good to see you. Gave yourself a little bit of an introduction there, didn't you? Let me take the cash from you if I can, please. £250 in cash. Where have you come from today?
Edgware, Middlesex.
Edgware, Middlesex. Very nice. And who do you have with you supporting
This is
you?
my stepdaughter, Joanne.
Hi there, Joanne.
Hi.
All right.
All right, thank you.
OK, you've got a great view there of your stepfather's head. Let me know if anything changes, won't you? OK, I have £1,000 here of our contestants' money. Let's play Stakeout. Let's see what those supporters have to say. I'm afraid that sound means we've just about run out of time for this programme, but I do hope that you 4 contestants will join me for another programme so we can get the game underway and play for some big money. That's the plan, OK? Join me and these 4 next time on Stakeout. Bye for now.